Testing, testing. It was a good soup day. In soup news, things are good.
Bottle of soup.
Bottle of soup.
Bottle of soup.
Imagine. Yeah, I'm off the whiskey. I'm on soup now.
Soup guy.
Big harvest squash. No.
Italian wedding.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Italian wedding saved my life.
Yeah, it had a lot of balls in it, meatballs in it.
I had like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
In a cup.
In a cup.
Not a bowl. I was impressed.
That sounds like a whole team.
Yeah. All right, back at
What
it.
up, bruh?
On the pod.
What up, bruh?
Bing. How we doing?
Good.
Love the shirt.
Yeah, thanks, man. This is a truck stop treasure I got.
Yes.
Show everybody. It's a Space Wolf.
Space Wolf.
Yeah, and I wear it sometimes for fun and like for laughter and joy to make everybody go, "Oh, that's a nice shirt." Want to make people happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galaxy Wolf. Space
It turned
Wolf.
into a nickname for me. I did a tour with the White Boy Reggae band Pepper.
I know Pepper.
Yeah, you know Pepper. Yeah, and they have this song called Stormtrooper.
I love that song.
Yeah, it's great. So I got to tour with them. I was doing monitors for them and setting up the drum set and everything like that. And I bought I think I had this shirt. I bought it like the one tour before that, and they just started.
Trade Winds. There was a Trade Winds was the song that I liked too.
Yeah, Trade Winds is a good song.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
it's a good
sorry.
song. Yeah, it's good. But they called me Space Wolf, and that was like my nickname for the whole tour. They just called me Space Wolf, and I was like, yeah, no, that was my name. Like, I think it's because they didn't really know me that well. I kind of came in from another camp.
Yeah, and the shirt.
and the shirt, yeah, of course, and the shirt, yeah, exactly. They were funny guys.
They called me Space Wolf. I don't know why. I wore this shirt every day.
It was good, man. It was a good time. So yeah, I have that nickname. There was it was a Tribal Seeds, Fortunate Youth, and Pepper tour. And it was a fun tour. We did Red Rocks together,
Dude.
Yeah, it was great. It was a fun.
What?
Yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah, it's on my personal Instagram. I could post the picture on the pod. I'd have a picture of me at Monitor World smiling. You know,
That's so cool.
I had the classic I had the flat brim hat. And I looked like this chubby middle-aged guy wearing a flat brim hat, thinking
Looking
I'm a kid,
sick as all hell.
thinking I was a kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they called me Space
Crushing
Wolf.
ladies.
Crushing ladies,
Crushing hearts.
crushing ladies under the weight of my fat.
I would leave ladies, and they'd be looking like the brim of my hat, just totally squeezed flat.
Even if they came with a nice big rack, they leave flat because of me.
Yeah. Crush their bodies and their dreams.
It's funny. I keep looking over there like you're sitting there, but you're sitting here. So it's
should I be sitting over there?
I don't know, man. It's my eye contact problem. I just have a problem with eye contact. I don't know
You're
what it
just
is.
going autistic on us?
I guess so.
Late onset adult autism.
Late onset adult autism. It's all them vaccines, bro. No.
Yeah.
I got all the shots. No.
Yeah, if you avoid enough social gatherings, you will develop adult onset autism.
Yeah, totally.
So I think we should talk a little bit now that we're into this. And I'm glad we didn't do a cheesy like, hey, I'm Keele and I'm a alcoholic comic. You know what I mean? Like weird.
And I'm Jay, a middle-aged roadie.
yeah. But that's what it is. And
Pretty much.
But I think we should go a little origin story. I think that
Totally.
it's cool how it's been fun to like organically build our friendship and this pod, and like it's so rare because everyone I think can relate to like whatever substance you like, typically drinking, but people have been known to do cocaine and
Around me.
But
Yeah.
the cocaine stories, like we come up with small businesses together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That never come to fruition.
Totally. Yeah.
And
I call it beer talk or
Yeah.
bar talk or
Yeah.
whatever. And you're just like, let's do a thing, man.
Yeah, and it's like how
Yeah.
many times in your life you've been drunk with a buddy and someone been like, we got to do this thing, we're gonna do it, dude. Let's open up your phone, man, put it in the calendar, and then you just wake up hungover and continue living in guilt and shame. But
That's what happened here.
we actually did it.
Yeah.
This is the product of one of the last productive things I did drinking.
It was in December, I think. Yeah, it was the middle of December.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And so I was going to ask you what, because the feedback I'm getting a little bit is like a little bit more structure, a little bit more of a mission statement.
Yeah.
I'm doing this pod really to be like a fun accountability, whatever, journal, diary thing with sobriety and comedy and everything else in life. And it's been really great. And to try and, continue to push myself to enjoy the process of getting better at the things that I know I'll never be good enough for myself at.
That's a lot. That's a mouthful right there.
Yeah. And I'm good at mouthfuls, but you know what I mean? Like it's like, so I think it's really trying to talk, but like a lot about recovery, about bettering yourself, about facing yourself maybe. And then, what I do is tell jokes. So
yeah, and for me, like I always thought podcasts were stupid.
You and every girlfriend I've ever had, especially the girl I love,
until I started finding myself watching people sit on a couch and talk for 2 hours. Myself, I started watching it like a couple years ago, and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of get the appeal to this.
Yeah,
and I've also been like kind of a private person in general, and like I don't like to share a lot about myself. But I know that that's just kind of a personality thing, and I'm also trying to, grow, my comedy chops and get more material, and I really enjoy hanging out with comics, and when you and I think it was at the Elbow Room, and we just started talking, and you had posted some things about heartbreak or ache in your story, and like I read between the lines.
Which I'm sure weren't that subtle.
Well, it definitely wasn't that subtle. Yeah, definitely wasn't that subtle.
I'm drunk and sad, or the girl's gone forever. Probably, of course, she's not.
Yeah,
she's literally giving me the thousandth and one chance.
That's great. She sounds awesome.
She's
I can't wait to meet her.
This is how cool she is. Yeah. She took me to. I think I said this on our last podcast, but when she took me out for the 2-month sobriety thing, we got dinner, or whatever. And then they were like, "Do you want dessert?" And we both looked at each other and we're like, "We want to watch a scary movie in bed together." So I was like, "Nah, let's go get dessert at the store on the way home."
So she was your dessert?
I wish. But we walk into the store and then she beelines it to the soups and she's like, "Here's the dessert aisle," because she likes savory shit. And I was just like, things like this are why I fucking love you, dude.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So much. But yeah,
this is the dessert aisle.
But anyway, it was at a time when she was gone because of actions I was doing.
Yeah, for sure. And so I just remember being like, came up to you, and I was well in at that point, and I think you were well in at that point, and I was like, "Hey, man, I saw that I kind of figured out that you might be going through stuff," and you like clicked, and you're like, "You're listening," or I don't remember, because honestly I don't remember a lot of the conversation, but I do remember being like, you saying to me, you're like, "You're not gaining minutes, man," or like, and it's like, "You got to do the thing," and that was the motivation I needed, and it was genuinely like, cool. I haven't had like a guy friend encourage me in a long time, in a way that was like, it kind of registered with me. I've got a lot of good guy friends, and we have, every friend that I have is kind of usually music related or audio related or something like that. And I've got some friends that are, comedians, but not close.
Just as long as they're all white.
Yeah. Well, not true, actually. Not true, actually, but thank you.
Yeah. Just as long as they're all Christian Protestant. Or
wasp. They're all wasps. Yeah. No, but you're like motivated. It's like, well, let's do something cool. In my head, I was like, I don't want to do another podcast. In my head, I didn't say that to you.
You didn't say that to me.
I know. I didn't say that to you. But then, so I texted. I got your number. I said, hey, or whatever that night, and then you said, let's do lunch. And you're like, well, where do you live? And I was like, well, I live in the Eastern Connecticut. And you're like, I'll come to you. I was like, nah, man, we'll just do lunch next week, and I'll come to you in Hartford. And then the following week, I was like, hey, we should do lunch sometime, like for real. And then every time you're like, yeah. And I was like, well, I didn't really actually feel like going out to the middle of wherever. Yeah. And then we met again at a mic and we talked about it. And it ended up being this. And so far, so good, I think.
Yeah. No, it's been fucking rad. Yeah, it's so cool. Also, Space Wolf was your nickname?
Yeah, they called me Space Wolf.
How many nicknames have you had? Is that the only one?
Oh, I've got lots of nicknames.
What were the other ones?
I do. I actually have a bit about this, but I'll talk about the real ones.
Tell me the trutruth.
The real ones, the bit ones are just fun, but the real ones are
they're not nice to you though.
No, they weren't. They weren't nice to me. Because I realized this looking back.
Wait, the real nicknames are the ones you came up with for yourself? Because you are the hardest on yourself.
Yes.
And I have an ocean of friends, including myself, that are not the nicest to themselves.
Yeah.
You might be the king. You might be the champ at being not nice to yourself.
Yeah, I got it.
When we're editing shit, dude, Jason's like, I should probably shut the fuck up, right? It's like, That's the whole thing we do is talk.
I'm like, oh, shut up, stop talking.
Yeah, shut
like
up, Jason's like.
That's what I say. I say, shut up.
Yeah,
myself.
it's like I cannot let you do this alone.
I accept your encouragement, and I will shut the fuck up about it. Which is another thing. That's like, all right. Well, anyway, yeah. So when I was in 7th grade, because I've never like. About a snippet about me is I've bounced between groups of friends.
As have I.
Yeah, I had some neighbor friends, but they were all younger than me, or they were girls. Like all my neighbors in the street were girls, and so we didn't hang out in school together. Like elementary school era age is what I'm talking about. When
Traded
I was
hair products.
yeah, exactly. Or playing with dolls. I played dolls and house and all kinds of stuff with when we were kids. 6, 7, 8, or whatever. And then I had some guy friends that were in the neighborhood, boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we played Nintendo together. We traded baseball cards, et cetera, et cetera. But we weren't friends in school. So in school, I didn't really have a really good group friend. So I would just inject myself into friend groups. I would just show up and start standing around talking to people. I still do this to this day. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I started doing comedy. Is like I would just find where the comics are hanging out. I would just walk in and I'd just start schmoozing with people. So the first time I did this was in 7th grade. It was in the cafeteria. And there was like one seat.
How old are you in 7th grade again? Is it 12?
13.
11? Really?
12, 13, yeah.
Okay.
I was a little bit older.
You were older for your grade?
I was
younger for my grade.
Yeah. So I was older for my grade because my mom held me back because I was super immature when I was a kid. So, and still a little bit super immature when I was a kid, yeah.
40-something years old. Check out my Space Wolf. It's like, hell yeah, dude. But now it's just like, stay young. That's like how you keep a fucking heart attack off.
So I sat down at the lunch table, and they're like, oh, you can't sit there. And I go, why? They're like, that's Mortimer's seat. And I didn't. Mortimer. They said, that's Mortimer's seat. So I didn't get at the time that they were basically like, don't sit here for real because we don't want you sitting here. And I go, well, I'm Mortimer. They're like, what? It's like, I'm Mortimer. They're like, oh, okay. And they started kind of chuckling. And then for all of 7th grade, I was Mort. They called me Mort or Mortimer, right?
What's Mortimer from?
I don't know. It's just a name, some guy's name. Maybe it's a character, but my
Mork and Mindy is what I think I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
That's Mork.
So they called me Mortimer, and that was like my nickname in 7th grade.
Damn.
And then I wore a hat in high school that said Big Daddy on it, so some people called me Big Daddy.
Like everyday kind of hat?
Yeah, totally. I just would have as a beanie. It was like a beanie I would wear. And then when I started, I'm sure there's other ones I'm forgetting. So then when I started touring, they called me Cougar Bait. Because I was the youngest.
Why? Why did they call you that? I have no explanation in my head for that one.
So I was the youngest crew member on the Joe Cocker tour at the time. Nice. Or the crew member. There was a younger background singer. But I would be guitar teching and side stage, and all these older ladies would hang out around me, and they'd talk to me and stuff like that. And they would just look me like they'd look and laugh at me, like, oh, he's Cougar Bait. Because all the ladies loved me. And then when I was on another tour, he called me Skippy. The production manager called me Skippy.
Because that's how you got around?
I guess. I don't know. And they'd have like, they'd be like, all right, now time to building risers with Skippy, everyone. And I'd have to be like, all right, come over here. So people would just call me Skippy. And then I got the Space Wolf. The Space Wolf. I like
Space Wolf.
Yep. I know I've had other nicknames that I'm forgetting right now, but I've had several nicknames. And yeah, I used to because on a tour bus, if you don't write your name on something in the front lounge, it just gets consumed. So you got to write your name on stuff, right? It's like an apartment. It's like a small apartment.
It's like college days.
Yeah, but
days.
booze goes fast on a bus.
Oh, I bet it does.
So I would hide a bottle of Jameson in my bunk, and then one time the production manager saw it and he goes, Skippy's got a problem and he's drinking in his bunk. Skippy's got a problem and he's drinking in his bunk.
Liquor cabinets. Have you ever tried liquor pillowcase?
Yeah, because I would do. I was like, hold on, guys. And I'd walk over and pull from my bunk a bottle of Jameson.
Oh, dude.
And they'd be like, hey, he's got a problem. I'm like, no, man. You guys just drink it all and I paid for this, Skippy.
It's just one of my biggest possessions.
Yeah. Oh, I also got called Grandpa. When I was at a camp yesterday, I was at a camp and my slippers were like old man slippers, and they called me Grandpa.
I got called Grippy Socks for the same. I was kidding.
Grippy Socks, nice. Grippy's got a problem and he's drinking all his piss. Grippy's got a problem. I don't know what that means, but so those are my nicknames. Yeah,
that's awesome. I was called.
How about you? Yeah.
Big Shrimp.
Big Shrimp.
I was walking down. I was in sophomore year. Emerson College, downtown Boston. This kid, Phil, who was at the time in well, no, at the time was as crazy of a friend as I was willing to have. Like, he would get pretty out of line, but he was so fun and smart that I was like, I don't care. But anyway, he's like playing video games, hungover, drinking, whatever on the couch, and it was like a U-shaped dorm suite. So we all had like little bedrooms by ourselves, our own common area, but it was a U-shape. So I would come out of the bathroom and walk down the hall to my room. And if you're on the couch, you're facing that hallway.
Yeah.
So I come out of the shower on it with a towel, and as I'm walking to my room, I hear from behind me this fucking lunatic. He's like, "Hey, you know what you look like? You look like a big shrimp upside down because you're all pink with the orange bit at the top."
That's amazing.
Years later, I'm working in New York. I'm working on the Upper West Side of this restaurant. Super cool. Like, Whoopi Goldberg and like Seinfeld were like regulars at this restaurant.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
And they did a great brunch and all this stuff. But the Ecuadorian guys who I became friends with in the back of the house were all calling me camarón, which is shrimp.
Oh, you're
so
right.
Like, everyone sees my coloring is like, that's a big shrimp.
Damn.
So yeah, all the songs, big shrimp in, all that stuff. But
I mean, tell everybody, is it really that hard out here for a shrimp?
Yeah. So that was a big one. Big nickname for me. I know I've had others, but that's the one that...
It's funny. I was about to like just derail that whole story. Be like, is it because you look like a shrimp? I'm smart. SMRT. I'm smart.
But anyway, that's cool. So speaking of sobriety, bettering ourselves, all that stuff, your boy's been getting a hankering for one of his old vices.
Okay. Speak to me, brother.
Talking blackjack, talking roulette, talking the old casino, the old risk-it-all corral.
Rolling that dice.
Yeah, and doing what it takes to make some money to go roll them again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, casino's been calling my name. Do you have any? Are you a gambler? Do you gamble?
I lose anytime I gamble anything ever. Always. I've got no.
Do you keep trying though, or did you learn your lesson?
In my chart, in my house, in my chart of astrological signs, luck is not in it.
Really?
Yeah, I seriously, I'll play slots. I haven't done the skill ones because I'm pretty sure I would get addicted to it. I'm pretty sure
What's
I would.
the skill one? Like poker?
Well, like poker, blackjack, a card one. I haven't. I've done slots, which is obviously random, and I've done a little roulette, and that's kind of it. Because I know I feel that itch. Like I know I would get into it. But go ahead, yeah.
Oh, it's the best. It's so fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've been thinking about it. My dad, my grandfather, my dad's dad, was in the Air Force, and like the sort of lore about him is like he was like a Air Force guy, a boxer in the Air Force, until he got knocked out. Then he quit that, and then eventually he ended up being a sign painter. He started his own sign shop down in North Carolina, and they did pretty well once he let my grandma take over the books. But for a while there, he was literally like, my dad would be like, yeah, he was sort of a pro gambler, drinking man for like a number of years, and my dad was like a chubby, cute kid, and he's like, I grew up with my dad like pistols on the table, playing cards in the back of different stores down in the South, all this kind of stuff, right? But there's this famous story to me where my dad is like 10-something years old in the station wagon with his mom outside this bowling alley. And I picture the story in black and white.
Oh, totally.
Like Scorsese directed.
Absolutely.
Tracking shots and all that. And it's just my grandma.
I can see the lighting already.
Yeah, just like the little pile of cigarette butts outside the driver's side of the car. They've been waiting for a while. She's got tears. She's chain smoking. Oh, Forrest, your father. And so she's like, Forrest, you got to go in there and get your dad out of this bowling alley. Sends a 10-year-old in.
Damn.
Goes into the bowling alley. It's smoke filled. It's packed. My grandfather's is bowling against a guy who ends up being on ESPN for bowling.
Oh wow!
And on the table is like $3,000 of cash, which
shit.
Obviously at the time was a lot of money, but they also were like poor. Like my dad grew up poor, so that was like my dad described it as it was over a year's worth of money for us.
Wow.
Was on the table.
Wow.
Physically.
Yeah, physically there.
Shirts off, wife beaters, tape around fingers, bloody fingers, cigarettes, beer going. And they've been bowling for like 2 days. And like they keep obviously upping the ante and shit. And my dad comes in there and like goes to his dad like, Dad, Mom's outside. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. And he goes, sit down, Forrest.
Whoa.
And he's like, I sat down and I watched my dad win.
Wow.
And we put the shit in the bowling ball bag and we walked out of there with this money. Wow. But it's the only time he told a story about it winning.
Winning, yeah.
Because my dad was like, he made some decent money. We grew up in Madison, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, he would tell me a story like, if he gambled, he'd be like, oh, I lost $40 and almost threw up because it was like such a traumatic thing for his like childhood.
Yeah.
So he like. Wow. My dad had obviously he told me about drinking and stuff, but like when he heard I was gambling, he got really upset. And he was like, "This can really ruin shit."
Yeah, because he probably triggered all his.
Yeah, it was
old
obviously
fear,
triggering.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, I fucking love it, and I often feel like both my grandfathers are largely alive in me for different reasons. But like the last time I went to the casino, I think part of why I have the itch. The last time that I remember, I've been there. I'm sure without too much memory, but I was walking out after taking a beating at blackjack. And I had called my friend Steph on the way there, and I did the old pick a number 36 or less.
It's on you, bro. You got to pick it.
Yeah. And she was like 6, always 6 immediately. And I was like, all right, cool. So I take a beating at blackjack. I'm probably down. Not a beating, but like I'm not winning.
Yeah.
And I'm walking out. I'm like, oh, fuck it. And so I put $25 on 6. Hit straight up $900.
Whoa.
Hit Johnny Rockets. Got a double cheeseburger. Went home. Felt like the man. So yeah, I miss. I want to go back, but like there's a lot of free alcohol if you do that.
Yeah, no, I know. I live 3 miles from Foxwoods. There's my location.
Yeah,
and I used to hang out at Foxwoods when I was a kid, before I was 21,
because
there was nothing to do in the middle of the night.
It's sort of a big mall.
Yeah, and it's open 24 hours.
And it is open 24 hours.
So it's open for 24 hours, and you just walk around as
and
kids.
You were kind of latchkey.
No, I was actually more like the babysitter of all my siblings at a certain point.
Okay,
but
you still have the same idea of like you're left to your own devices.
Yeah, oh totally. I was the oldest, so I was like 4 years older than everybody. I am 4 years older than all my siblings.
Some of them got older at a
like,
rapid
no, I'm
speed.
Younger. I don't know how
I
it
used to be
happened.
4 years older, but Einstein was wrong. And
well, the irony is I'm going to be the last one getting married in my family.
Ooh, but you've also been with for like 10 years.
Yeah, but we didn't. I'm the last one to get married
to do it
and have kids or anything like that. So
yeah,
I totally was stunted at some point. One of the things we used to do was hanging out there.
Was it at your T-shirt stores? Somewhere along the line, I decided being a kid's fun.
Yes, all of the T-shirts. My T-shirts. Fucking. So, Foxwoods, hanging out there, teenager. When I was like 20, before we were 21.
When I was a teenager and I was 20.
You heard me.
Yeah.
You heard the things I said. I mean what I say. So we discovered we used to walk around there and smoke cigars and stuff.
Smoking inside the casino is gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. You can't do it anymore. But you used to smoke cigars and pipes and everything. And when you couldn't smoke anywhere else.
Remember the Sherlock pipe?
Oh, no. We would totally smoke pipes. We'd walk around like these fucking 18, 19-year-old kids like
oh, my God. Of course you were doing that.
It was great. And but we discovered that we befriended one of the coat check ladies down by the bingo hall.
Like you do.
Like, of course, like I just, talking or whatever. She's like, what are you guys doing? Because she's bored. Nothing's going on. It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's summertime. There's no reason for coat check.
Right, yeah, exactly. Right. It was off season or whatever. It was warm out. And so she's just sitting there. And we saw some people getting wheelchairs. I'm like, hey, how do you get a wheelchair? She's like, oh, you just have to give me your ID. And we're like, really? Like, yeah. So we would just, all three of us, give her our IDs, and we'd roll around Foxwoods in wheelchairs for hours.
Did they still let you do that? Because
I don't know.
I feel like you must have been the reason why they can't do that anymore.
Probably not anymore.
Because that's...
So we would just be three dudes just rolling around Foxwoods.
Teenage wheelchair racing is better than any table game.
Obviously we'd get up and walk into the restroom. Like we weren't injured, clearly not injured.
Yeah.
But like everyone was like, "That's not cool, man." I was like, "What's not cool?"
No, it's really cool. Have you tried it?
yeah.
Get in and race me.
Someone who
tell me it's not cool.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, exactly. It's like they're like someone who needs that might need that. I'm like, they have more than 3.
yeah. And it's the largest casino in the fucking world.
2 a.m. You think that they're gonna like Do you think that there's a whole bunch of people who are disabled really need these wheelchairs now? And are they going to show up?
Yeah, these guys have already lost their legs. They don't need to lose their house too. We're going to keep them out of the casino.
Yeah. So that was one of the fun things we did when I was younger. Is we'd roll around Foxwoods in fucking wheelchairs.
That's so fun.
And sometimes we'd have a backpack of beers, and so we'd go in the bathroom, pick the beers, and hide them and stuff like that. And,
dude, that
was fun.
One time, my mom took me and my brother. I think we were in, I guess, like Washington, D.C. or something. We were doing like sightseeing-y type shit. Mm-hmm. And my brother was being a little bitch boy and like overtired and whatever. But he was like, you know, definitely like not a toddler, like 6 or older, maybe 8. Mm-hmm. But he was so tired and being such a drag. Somehow my mom like got a wheelchair because he was way too big to carry. So we're wheeling my like sleeping idiot brother around. And then he woke up, and then he just like kind of didn't even know like where he was. So I think we were in an elevator, but he gets up, and I just, as like a 10-year-old piece of shit, just maybe it might be the best acting I've done in my life, but I commit to the idea that he's regaining his ability to walk in front of the strangers that are stuck with us.
Yeah.
And it was like such a fun moment. My mom always was like, that was one of the funniest things to see you, because she went with it because she's a lunatic, or was a lunatic. But
that's awesome.
But yeah, that was a good one.
You can walk. It's a miracle.
Yeah. But wheelchairs are fun, dude. Like the whole time my mom was sick and stuff, moving around different facilities she was in, like I would like work on my chops. Like I'd like be able to spin in a circle, do wheelies,
kick back,
pop wheelies,
kick back. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, man. It was. I have no idea. I wish there was a way they could go back and get the security footage of us doing that.
Yeah, dude.
Just to see us there.
That's so fun.
Oh man.
Hey guys. Here at FMK&J, we're very proud of our sponsors. This week, we are sponsored by Hog Swallow. Don't let your hog be a bore.
Yeah.
So we had a little health. I filmed you drinking some elixir.
Yeah, I had some rocket fuel for my ass piss. That's what that was. Colonoscopy. All right, folks. First time doing this. Sodium sulfate. It's called Suprep. All that stuff. I gotta drink the whole thing. This is for the colonoscopy. Oh, I gotta feel it. That's what it's going to sound like in a few minutes, too.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, I got to pound it. They said drink it with a straw, is what they said. I'm going to see what happens first. It actually tastes kind of like Sprite.
Did you shit your pants yet?
I'll film that later.
Ooh, like Sprite?
It tastes like a bitter Sprite. All right.
Damn.
Here we go. Let the shit begin. Yeah, I had my first colonoscopy. And you know, they say 45 you're supposed to do it. I waited a year or whatever and did it. But,
it's like was ish, right? 45-ish.
45-ish or whatever. Yeah. And so it was cool to have you there. Like all my friends are like, don't do anything the day before because you got to prep. And if you don't know, you basically can't eat for 30 hours. And then while you're fasting the day before, you have to drink this large container of laxative. So it cleans you out. It's probably a well-known fact, but I figured I'd share it right now. Mm-hmm. But that was our editing day, and I was like, well, I'm not going to stop that. We got to edit this thing together because this is surely more important than my screenings.
He said it as if like, oh yeah, my girlfriend's going to drop her dog off for an hour. It was literally like, yeah, come by, we'll still do the editing. I got to take this shit drink, so like I might be in and out of the toilet a bit, but we'll totally rock with the editing. Yeah. And I was like, this dude's so cool. like nothing is phasing him. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, we'll cut into it and see me drinking it. But it did. It actually tasted like a bitter Sprite.
You said that at the time.
Yeah, it tasted like a bitter Sprite. And boy, oh boy, is it effective.
It seemed effective, but it seemed like it almost agreed with you. Because it seemed like you were like, nope, bang. It was like, it wasn't like we still got a lot of editing done.
Yes.
Is my point.
Well, I am a piece of shit. So it agrees with me. I don't know.
But like... Yeah, it didn't seem like it was too. Like I was half expecting to go home early.
Me too. Well, I didn't really quite know what was going to happen, but it was fine.
Yeah,
it was just like, okay, got to go. 10 minutes later, I'm good. Yeah.
So are you? Because like I feel like men in general, especially like my dad and certainly my grandparents' generation, but I think even because you're Gen X.
Yeah.
Right. My Gen X friends.
The end of it, like the very end of it.
Right. You're Junior X. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Well, I'm a Zennial. They call it a Zennial.
I thought Zennial was between Millennial and Gen Z.
No, it's Gen X and Millennial. Oh. So if you're born between 77 and 83, the years that Star Wars came out, that's considered a Zennial. That's literally what they say.
Okay.
I didn't make it up. Yeah,
all right, cool.
So,
but your generation, like mine too, but it's guys like me, I think that are doing it because by and large, doctor is a cool place. Like you should go to the doctor.
Yes.
But the traditional man is like, fuck that.
Right.
I'm gonna have a glass of sawdust and beat somebody up and wrestle a bear and I'll be fine.
Yeah, could be cancer, but I'm going to sleep it off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Could be cancer. Could just be a lack of salami. Get me a sandwich.
Yeah, well, I've had this really bad / good habit of taking everyone's advice. And like people that, because I've had a lot of friends older than me, and they've given me a lot of advice, like enjoy while you're young. Okay. Don't rush into marriage. Okay.
You certainly took that one.
Yeah, I certainly did that, yeah. Don't try to have kids too early. Okay. I've taken all the advice. And, other people say, well, get your screenings. Do the thing. All right, I'll get the screening. And, yeah, I try to take care of my health.
So you're on top of it.
I try to be on top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't have health insurance until I was 40. So for 23 years or 20-something years, I just paid out of pocket for every doctor visit.
But you did go.
But I did go whenever I felt sick, but I would never, there was no routine, nothing.
Yeah, I don't do the routine.
Yeah. So when I hit 40, I was like, all right, this kind of makes sense that I should do this. And that's because a buddy of mine turned 40. He goes, hey, when you turn 40, get insurance. Because then that's when your body starts to be funny and you should start taking care of stuff. So that's another piece of advice I did.
Great piece of advice.
So the only piece of advice I didn't do was don't plan anything for the day you're prepping for a colonoscopy. Instead, sit in a small room with a guy for 10 hours and look at a video screen.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey.
Yeah, it was good.
That was funny. So I was with you for the prep. You did one drink in front of me while we were there.
Yep.
Second drink when I was gone for the morning.
Yeah, it was like 7 a.m. I had to get up and drink it again.
Equally as easy on the body. It was just a couple.
No.
The second one was worse?
Second one was worse, and I think it's because I was already cleaned out, so it was just like, didn't take any time. And so I literally just, I opened up my laptop, sat on the edge of the tub, and sat for an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes. Just
blasting.
Whenever it took its, whatever it wanted to do, and I was tired, I was kind of falling asleep and stuff. But I watched the podcast. You know the things that I think are stupid.
Yeah,
I watched the podcast.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't think they're stupid anymore.
Yeah.
But
and if you got a shit for an hour, they're a great way to pass the time.
So yeah, one of the things my buddy, he's in the 60s or whatever, who I'm going to tour with coming up. He's just like, hey, enjoy the propofol. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for that, man. And that's the stuff that Michael Jackson died overdose.
Yeah, that's a sleep.
Yeah.
Heavy, whatever.
Yeah. Boy, it's great.
Is it great?
Oh, it's great. And when I woke up, I was like, oh, this is exactly what Michael Jackson must have felt like. So for the first time in my life, I felt like Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
But one of the things they give you. I also got an endoscopy, so that I could call it a spit roast. I'd walk in and be like, "Oh, you're doing both?" I go, "Yeah, I'm full spit roast today." And everyone's like cracking up and laughing and stuff like that. I was like, "Well, you have a good sense of humor," and I'm like, "Well, thanks." I said, "What am I going to do about it? This is a terrible thing, so I got to make fun of it."
Expecting the doctor to be like, "We call it that too."
Yeah. I said that to the doctor too. He's like, "Hi, do you understand you're coming in for an endoscopy and a colonoscopy?" I go, "Yes." I go, "Yeah, it's the full spit roast, right?" He goes, "That's right." That's right.
Medically, you are correct.
Yeah.
We are going to spit roast you into health.
Exactly, a spit roast. So afterwards, so it was at like 1. It was like 12:45. I saw the clock. He goes, all right. The nurse is like, all right, I'm going to inject you. Cool. Lay on your side. Laid on my side, and I was waiting for the propofol to kick in, and I was paying attention. Excuse me. I was paying attention I wanted to pay attention to how it felt as it goes into your body. Because, you remember doing drugs or drinking a beer, or you kind of remember like getting high. You can kind of feel it come over you.
Yeah, that was a big part of my life.
Yeah.
that feeling that I was chasing for 25 years.
You know that feeling. Yeah,
sort of familiar.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's see if I can stay awake long enough to feel it. And the only thing, it was literally like, it felt like lightning bolts on the brain, and then gone. I was out. And then I woke up at 1:27. So it was only like half an hour. It was a really short thing. Because then they could just go, and then they send you out.
Don't clean it. Just use it twice.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I woke up like,
someone must have cleaned my house. Reference to an earlier.
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah. So I was like, hey, am I gonna see? Am I gonna get pictures? He's like, yeah, we'll give you whole pictures. So they gave me this.
It's just them high-fiving over your passed out body, spit roasting you.
It's like
my God.
It's like the Hangover movies.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's in the background. So this is.
Oh boy, that's real, huh?
So without being graphic or without showing you, it's basically the way they organize this is literally a roadmap from my asshole to my mouth. So it starts here and it goes, this is going up, and then you go up and this is going up to the stomach. Now it's starting in the stomach hole and it goes all the way up to the beginning of the thing. So it's literally, because I was reading it, I'm like, I was asking them because there's the duodenum, the cardia, the ileum, and all these. I was like, what is it? What's that? And I realized it's a roadmap through my GI tract. And I wish I had a punchline for that, but that's actually that's funny to me. I'll come up with something.
Oh my God! Just to keep that in your wallet, like, I see your license, sir. Yeah. Hey, do you want to see?
You want to see a roadmap? Do you like roadmaps? I keep saying roadmap. Yeah. Do you like colon maps?
Yeah. This is a map quest inside me.
Yeah. So the propofol was amazing, and I did the thing.
You're okay. You're healthy.
Yeah. I think I had like one little thing, or like he did a biopsy here and a biopsy there, and they're going to send it out.
Okay.
And he goes like, this is par for the course. We do it every time. So we'll see.
Found old Hot Wheels, something like that. A couple old toys from.
Found all my old nicknames that I stored away. I don't know.
Were you afraid? I'm afraid.
So the only time I felt real fear was the very first time when I went to go pound that stuff.
Oh, I was with you.
You were with me.
You handled it well. I didn't know you were scared of that.
You know what it was?
Having stuff in my ass and mouth at the same time.
But I'm knocked
used
out.
to it.
I'm knocked out. I didn't care at all. I didn't wake up feeling anything. For all I know, nothing happened. He just knocked me out, and then they pushed me back in the room, and they gave me pictures of some other guy. I don't know. You're out. So I knew that was going to be true. I know it's just going to be completely out, and I was like, I'm not going to remember this.
Do what you want with me, doctor.
yeah, exactly. I'm yours. What did you say? He said
fear.
Yeah, the fear. Oh yeah. So you're going to see the video. When I finished pounding that, I was like, oh cool, I did this thing. When I did that. You left the room, and I was reading the bottle, and it said something that made me think I should have only drank half the bottle.
You remember you saying, because I was like, let's go back to editing, and then you were like, I don't know if I did the right thing. And I'm like, oh no.
I don't know if I did the right thing.
His pants are already ruined.
And I was like, I had this full-on sense of panic, like, oh shit, what have I done? How bad is this going to be? Oh no! And then, the longer I read it, it just was worded wrong, and I was like, oh no, this is the whole. I should have drank the whole bottle because they give you two little bottles.
It was worded wrong.
Yeah, it said I'd have to look at the bottle and we'll post it or whatever, but it was worded in a way that said one fluid ounce should be taken at this, but everything said take all 6 ounces, and I did that. So I just had this moment of panic, uh-oh. And then
overdose on shit.
And that's why when
juice.
I came, yeah, exactly. And then when I came down, sat next to you, I was like, I'm shaky. I'm feeling.
Yeah, you were a little shaky.
I was like, ooh, and I think that was the adrenaline.
Yeah.
From the whole thing, because in the morning I just pounded and I was like, whatever, I'm fine. But that was the moment of fear, what have I done? No.
Just fearing for your own asshole.
yeah. I'm like, oh
God, what did I do to myself?
What have I done?
I'm gonna need sensitive wet wipes.
Yeah, more like a raincoat. Jeez.
Like from Gallagher shows.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I guess the fear is also if the biopsy comes back cancerous.
That's a big part of the fear, buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I don't have to. I guess I don't. It's something I don't have to worry until I have to worry, right?
It's very zen, very
you know what
Buddhist,
I mean? It's just it's either gonna be that or not, and
Yeah.
like
That's right. But
am I gonna waste my hours stressing over something that I don't know yet? Like
Yeah.
I guess I have learned a lot from the road, and it's just like don't make problems where there isn't one. Like don't invent issues, don't invent problems,
Right.
and never let your problems become someone else's problems. That's a big deal. Compartmentalize. It's not always the healthiest, like with boundaries and stuff, but I should never let my don't let my worries and stuff spill out onto other people, pun and literally intended.
Yeah, when you're drinking shit juice.
Drinking shit juice, yeah.
Yeah, that's scary having something, and so but like physically post spit roast, does your butt feel normal?
It feels normal. I mean, everything's normal. Back
Yeah.
to I was really raw. Because
Okay.
wiping for 6 hours,
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's what yeah.
I was raw for a bit, but I'm fine now, and I'm like I'm 24 hours from the. Right now, I'm 24 hours from the event, so I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
And like it's funny. All the literature is like, make sure you eat all like when you come back from fasting and all this stuff, and I respect it, and I know it's real, but like I've gone 24 hours without eating before on tour. And just had liquid calories. Like I've done that before, and I just ate a meal afterwards and was fine. That's kind of what this was like to me. So I started with scrambled eggs, and then I ate a bunch of rice. But then I'm like, I'm fucking hungry, so I ate, the edamame I had. Then I made a sandwich, and I just kept pigging out. So this might all come back.
Yeah, man. If you work hard enough, anything's possible.
The wolf might grow again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah, it's good.
Space wolf becomes a dire space wolf.
And it sends diarrhea. Sings an aria, a diarrhea. That's actually that's a joke from what's his name, Victor Borga.
Of course,
Victor Borga.
Who doesn't remember Victor Borga?
Okay, I grew up with a bunch of older.
What was Victor Borga's songs?
Well, he was a incredible classically trained pianist, incredible player. But he's hilarious.
So what was like a song? What was the big song?
He didn't have songs. It wasn't songs. He would play. He would like be just goofy on stage. So he'd sit down with music and go bididoo dididoo dididoo doo 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 doo, and then he'd turn it over. And he was really good with language. And he talked about an opera and how she sang her because a death aria is in opera they sing an aria is a song or an aria is a moment, it's a musical moment. So he goes, oh, she sang her die aria. I mean death aria. So that was my reference to that.
Got it.
But yeah, I highly recommend if you like music and you like wordplay, Victor Borga's your guy.
Victor Borga.
Like Borg, like Star Trek.
Okay.
Borga. Yeah.
Borga.
Yeah, that's my nerd. That's my nerd comedy.
Do you have any jock comedy?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right, thank God. Let's get out.
I'll leave that to you.
Hey,
yo.
I wish I was tiny until the last second.
The last second of what?
Like being a kid.
It's not over yet, bro.
Well, yeah. But literally, I was like 5'8" until the summer between junior and senior year.
What's that? I was kidding.
But I went to 6'1".
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I they found I had what's the one when your spine's curved?
Scoliosis. Yeah.
But I had it from. Was wearing your backpack over only one shoulder a thing when you were young?
Yeah, a lot of people did that, but I couldn't. I always had to put the second one on.
I should have.
Gotcha.
And I literally was cranked this way, and so I went to the chiropractor for the first time between junior and senior year. Mm-hmm. And went from 5'8" to 6'1". That
so he fixed you. He
literally it was like my bones were going what are we doing? They go, oh.
And there we go.
Yeah. So I was just and I just was tiny. I don't know. I was a tiny orange boy until it was.
Now, would you wear it over one shoulder because you thought that was the cool thing to do?
I was looking for less reasons to get beat up. Yeah.
Gotcha. And so I guess you were in a school that would beat you up if you wore your backpack wrong. You just felt that way.
I'm sure a lot of it was in my head. But I definitely things got, there was if you didn't have a yo-yo, you were a loser for a minute. If you didn't have that was the thing.
That sounds so ridiculous.
I know, but it was all of it was ridiculous. But it's bunch of white kids out on the shoreline.
Yeah.
We have to find a reason not to bully each other.
Right. It is amazing how that like is such built into people and humans.
It's built into humans, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
So you're like, I can't put the other one on. I can't put the other one on.
literally.
Yeah. Would you crimp and roll your cuffs of your pants up?
No.
No.
That was not a thing.
But you wore girl jeans once, didn't you?
I remember this
Because that's like that's the era, right? That's the emo screamo era of.
certainly was, and I've always been envious and sort of in awe of, but my buddies like yourself that are musically talented. And a buddy of mine growing up, this guy Evan, was part of the. Him and my late friend Callan were like. It was almost like they were on a campaign to make me cool or something, like accepted.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I found out my buddy who passed away, who was like the coolest guy I've ever met and was such a sweetheart, great guy, but he passed away when we were 17. But after that, trying to hang out with everyone, I found out that when I was young, it was like a running gag that because he would always include me in things, but a lot of cool kids didn't like me.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
he'd be like, no, Keele's throwing down on the blunt. And so Keele's throwing down on the blunt became like a catchphrase among them. And I never knew it until I was into my 20s.
Wow.
And they were like, yeah, Callum was always saying that you were throwing it on the blunt, and that's why we would pick you up. And shit.
Would you share on the blunt? Would you actually?
I don't think I really did. I think he was just literally lying to them so that I could hang out too. Because kind of like you were saying earlier, like I would have friends but not in school.
Right.
Like I would have friends on the bus.
Yeah.
And on the bus ride there, this kid like Ryan, who was like a quarterback and was like handsome and from a rich family, he would be my buddy on the bus ride to school,
right?
Because I'd have him cracking up,
right?
But once we're at school, it's like, hey man, I gotta go be cool.
Like, sorry, bro.
You gotta keep doing your orange thing over here. So I had a lot of that growing up, and Cal was like the first guy to be like, no, we're gonna get you hanging out. And my buddy Evan, one day we were at his house and we were gonna go to some concert in town, like local band that was doing well. And he handed me a pair of his sister's jeans. And he was like, you got to put these on. And I was just like, being cool is weird. I had no idea.
Being cool is weird. Damn, here's some eyeliner. Where's some eyeliner?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, this is what I've been missing. But yeah.
Damn, that's funny. Now, maybe this could be a question for a time when we have another ginger on the pod.
Which we should. We should have...
I think
Mr. Ian Carr and Kevin Doty about the Pink Boys on.
Maybe I'll ask about the Pink. Maybe I'll ask the question during the Pink Boys episode.
Yeah, we
Stay tuned for a Pink Boys episode.
We need to do one, boys. Yeah. Get over here.
Get over here. Yeah. But yeah, I just because I'm I've been blonde or brown hair, and there's an experience. Maybe I could ask you now, but like, in your perception, did being a redhead feel like you were always different than everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Kick a Ginger Day was real.
Oh, my gosh.
A little bit.
Oh, my gosh. I've had a couple redheaded friends in my life that I just was like, all right, he's got red hair, whatever. But I guess...
You let them in your house? How nice of you. How progressive.
Yeah, come on in. It's fine.
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
I remember. Yeah, it's always been a thing.
It's clearly an ignorant question because I don't know what it's like to be like that. You know, to have that experience.
I mean, it's not like anyhow.
Be like that.
I've never been gross legally and medically, but what is it like?
What's it like to feel different?
Well, I mean, like also when I was very much. I forget exactly what year it was, but. That South Park Ginger episode when gingers don't have souls.
Oh, yes.
Came out when I was in some year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I distinctly have a memory of walking into a crowded movie theater with a couple friends and the whole movie theater going, oh shit, Daywalker, kid's got no soul.
Oh, damn.
And I had to be like, don't cry. Wait for the lights to go down and the movie to start.
Oh my gosh.
That was one. I remember I had my serious high school sweetheart. I was at a party at this barn that we would party at, and some of the like hot cool girls that I guess she was friends with. I just remember like looking for her. Like, hey, where's she? And one of the girls being like, I saw her upstairs talking to a boy with normal hair.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez,
And I was just like, yo, what a way to tell me you hate my guts. Like,
normal hair.
yeah. Like, you're clearly trying to like make me feel like some kind of complex. So yeah, there was definitely moments like that, but it's not,
Right. I just was because Ian shared that, he expressed, and this is what I'd rather him speak for himself.
No, you speak for him. You're better.
Yeah.
He doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we were hanging out together, and we're driving the car. He's just like, yeah, man, I'm not. I forgot how he said it, but it was like something like, "It's cool that you're nice to me, even though I got red hair." Was the message?
Was he like wasted going through something?
I don't know. Well, no, I wasn't like he was going through something. But I think he said something that's just like, as a ginger, you don't get a lot of people want to hang out with you or something. He implied something like, I mean, we were drinking, so
that feels like a him thing.
Yeah. Well, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what made me go, oh, I hadn't thought about that, and I think it's called privilege that I'm experiencing right now, and not understanding like, oh yeah, it's.
I don't know. There was that hot minute when the internet was like, yeah. When the internet was like redheads or black people or whatever, it was like, it was clearly like just a bait to get us beat up, because it's like, yo, don't claim that. That's preposterous internet nonsense. But Ian definitely, I think we've talked about it, and I can't wait to have him on. And I love Ian.
Yeah, me too.
But he definitely represents or speaks to the ginger plight or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much just like. Some girl, like anything, like some girls won't date dudes that are a certain height. Some girls won't date a guy that doesn't make a certain amount of money.
Right.
Some girls don't like helping you put sunscreen on your back. Right. That is the truth of the world. So,
and they fall into that category.
Yeah. I was dating a black girl for a while. I was pretty serious with this girl for I think it was like 3 years. Most serious before what I'm in now, and. One time we came back to her house and her mom was like, why does he look like that? And I was like, she wouldn't help me put on sunscreen. And she's like, I kept forgetting. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's kind of an issue for me.
It's kind of an issue for me.
But I have a
melanin deficit.
I need to reapply. Well, it's just that it's spotty. Freckles are just not evenly distributed melanin. Mm-hmm. So in little spots, I'm very tan, but
down here.
Yeah.
Here.
But yeah, no, it's just I think like I don't know, when you're a kid, kids are mean.
Yeah,
kids are honest, kids are mean, and so anything that's different about you is gonna be the thing they use.
Yeah. I was picked on quite a bit. I was picked on in like, I guess picked on's the wrong word, but I thought my neighbors really liked me because I'd like invite myself over and then they'd wrestle me and then try wrestling moves on me and hurt me and then whip me with towels, and we'd play the game. It's a terrible name, but it was a game called Smear the Queer, and it just meant like if you have the ball, they just chase you and tackle you. But I would always have the ball, so they would always just like bully me, and I thought they were the coolest kids. And then like one of them played guitar really, and then they spoke
so they
weed.
were cool.
They were cool, and it was another example of me just injecting myself into a friendship circle and then paying dearly for it.
Yeah.
And like now looking back on it, like we eventually genuinely friends, but they would pick on me a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the point of that story was, other than just to loathe in myself. Picking on, but
young life. I think
kids being mean.
Yeah,
kids being mean. They just had fun. I learned what a figure 4 leg lock was when I was 12 years old.
Of course.
And I realized how much they hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of it.
I got suplexed all the time. Just boom.
Yeah.
Boom. And I would just be like,
That's also part of being boys.
Yeah. But I was a pussy boy.
but that's the nature of it, right?
Yeah,
boys like that are going to do that to boys like you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I assume it. I got friends that have kids, and I have one friend that has 3 sons.
Damn.
And when I saw them last, the youngest one was still a baby, but I went and visited my buddy Paul and his lovely wife Esther, and the second I walked into their place out in LA, it was just WrestleMania. Like the 2 boys saw me. And they were just like, "Oh, we can slam!" Like this dude's built to be roughhoused.
Yes,
and there was like, because like I wasn't the oldest one I had met before, but he was also very young. They're and they were. It was just No, it was as if you're picking up with an old pal that you grapple with or
you
something.
hadn't met them yet?
I hadn't met the middle one, Oski.
Yeah, but they just go in. "Ah!"
Yeah,
Damn.
but it was like instantly like 30 minutes of just them jumping on me, slamming that one on the couch. Next thing you know, this one's slam on the couch. They're just running around and taking turns jumping off something onto me, and I had the best time. It was so fun.
Yeah. That's always. I like when like joy. It's joy and not like taunting or.
No. It was just. It was literally like I was like a bounce house of a person.
Yeah.
And they could just tell like we can jump on him.
That's what that was one of my girlfriend's nickname in high school.
Yeah, she was cool. I met her later.
Bounce house.
Anything to wrap this one up? Doesn't look like it.
Take care of yourselves.
Be good to you. We love
you.
you. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye.